When I first saw the poster of Mashle, I immediately went in expecting it to be an isekai. With generic fantasy talents, monsters, guilds, and a trusty group of friends with 2 brain cells. Going on an adventure to save the world. But it was none of that, and turned out to be a Harry Potter and One Punch Man had a baby anime, and that baby looks like Shigeo from Mob Psycho. Yeah, what I just said is exactly what you're going to get, and I don't think I can explain it any better. Now, I wouldn't say this is a ripoff of Harry Potter or One Punch Man, but it's a really good parody with its own goofy fun moments that anyone can laugh to because Mashle isn't a super narrative driven anime that demands your attention all the time, but it's something that you can turn your brain off to and still enjoy. It reminds me a lot of animes like, well, One Punch Man and Blue Lock that are not taking itself seriously, but it's still blast to watch. The plot of Mashle is pretty simple. Mash is a guy who's born into a world where magic is like iPhone users with iMessage, because if you can't use it, then you're pretty much fucked. And when I say it, I don't mean just a debuff, because the magic police will literally arrest anyone who can't use magic. And just like that, you guessed it with your big brain, Mash is incapable of using magic, and is pretty much living his life as an illegal immigrant. But don't let that fool you, because Mash not being able to use magic doesn't mean he's incapable. Mash is incredibly strong that he's pretty much a mini version of Saitama in this world. We aren't sure of his training routine though. Mash lives with his father who adopted him after he found Mash in a basket, and he loves Mash so much and protects him to death because once the magic police finds out that Mash can't use magic, then it's over for them. Mash loves cream puffs a lot and one day goes to the city without informing his father to buy some of his own, but sadly Mash messed up and got in trouble with the magic police. The magic police then follows Mash home to arrest him and his father, but Mash is unlike a normal person like I mentioned before and showed the officer some of his talents, which intrigued the officer and gave Mash a deal, and that is to become a Divine Visionary of Magic School. Divine Visionary is the highest honor anyone graduated from the Magic School can get, and it's not something everyone can get, especially that person being Mash, a person who can't use any sort of magic at all. The school they introduced in this anime is extremely similar to Hogwarts, be that in the way it looks, it feels, the way the characters are, the way the selection process is, the way the teachers are, the principal is, the games they play, and pretty much everything in the school is a Hogwarts parody. And that's why I keep saying this isn't an anime made to be taken seriously in any way, and it's just dumb fun. Regardless, the school they have set up is still really good and does what it needs to do. Now before talking about the characters, let's talk about the main character, Mash himself. Mash is a very stoic person with barely any emotions, but I wouldn't describe him as boring though, because Mash can still be funny sometimes, be that through his actions or something he did for some dumb reason. Now as I mentioned before, Mash loves his cream puffs, and I mean it in a very strong way, to the point Mash loving cream puffs has become a new anime trope. Other than that, like I mentioned before, Mash is extremely strong and fast, that not having magical abilities really doesn't affect him in any way, because he can pretty much teleport due to his insane speed. So yeah, Mash is overpowered in a world that is against him in every way possible. Other characters include his father, the officer, and a couple of Mash's friends who all complement the anime really nicely. One of the better parts of the anime is the antagonist, because they throw in a couple of them before even getting to half of the anime, and they still figured out how to make them pretty decent. The animation and art style in this anime was also surprisingly good because it doesn't have the generic anime look and it's animated really well. Personally, I had doubts with A1 Pictures due to their stinker on Nier Anime, but they're also the guys who made Kaguya-sama and Licorice Recoil, so yeah, they did bang with this one thankfully. Mashle has been a really sleeper hit for me, and it's an anime that I look forward to every week because it's such an easy and fun anime to go through without thinking a lot, and I'm pretty sure almost anyone can enjoy. Anyway guys, that's about it. That was just a quick little review of Mashle, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.